Hello, good evening. This is High Priestess Jamila. I am laying here waiting on tacos to get done. We have been on, just an FYI, we have been on the graveyard shift. And I'm going to talk to y'all about some shit that's going to blow your mind. I always do. But it's just the truth, and I have to speak it because as long as we stay in the truth, as long as we are aware, we gonna survive and flourish. Hey, sissy. So, first of all, we've been doing everything late because it's been a weird feeding frenzy. And I got a warning for folks like that. Hey, Jerome MacArthur. Hello. I got a warning for folks like that. Okay. But just as an update to clients, you guys whoever is a client, and if you've been a client in the past, tomorrow we are going to be making it is going to be like a secret money oil. And so clients are going to get a video. I can't put it out publicly. And so you guys will receive the link tomorrow, probably up, whenever I get done with it. I'm preparing for it tonight. Um, getting my oil prepared. Good, Christian. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. So, and so yeah, I'm not gonna waste time trying to upload the readings from TikTok tonight. I'm gonna wait until the weekend to do that. It's a oil that I'm making. It'll probably be like I'll make like maybe 5 to 6 ounce batch, sis. So it's not gonna necessarily be for sale. Honestly, uh before we move, because I'm actually getting ready to relocate again, and I'm excited. I can still run my business. You don't have to live in a certain location to run a spiritual business. I didn't become a witch or a spiritual person just because I moved to the South. That was not the point of me moving to the South. I think there's some people that kind of think that, but there's Midwestern witches, there's Northern witches, there's witches in the UK, there's witches everywhere. So I'll still be running the business and everything, of course. But when I do move, I am going to be shipping you guys and stuff. So y'all have to be prepared for that because everything's getting shipped out. Once I get relocated, I'm going to pick up right where I started. I'm going to have a box of priority items. If you guys want me to, if you're not ready for me to ship the stuff to you, I'll put it in a priority box. And as soon as I get where I'm going, of course, that box will get unpacked before everything else gets unpacked. That has all of my protection lanterns and things of that nature, stuff that's priority. And so, it's not that big of a deal. So of course, we are going to be Divine Services Apothecary is moving back to the Midwest. And I'm excited because of family and my kids and seeing all my children together on Halloween. I'm going to paint their faces and stuff on Halloween. I'm looking forward to making snow angels. Oh, God, I'm going to love it. So that's what's up with that. But tonight, I'm going to be preparing the oil and in conjunction with what we talked about earlier. Just putting a lot of very important energies into the oil, so that it'll be fire. Fire. Okay. So that's pretty much what we're going to be doing tonight. But then tomorrow, once I get the rest of the ingredients here, then it will be completed. Okay. So, anywho, oh, and then also money work is going up all weekend, all week. Just money work. My spirits are like, yeah, okay. But what I wanted to talk to people about, um, and I want y'all to be really, really, really careful. Even some of my clients that come to me for cursing purposes, curses are good because curses help people sometimes wake up and realize what they're doing. Okay. But I still want you guys to be careful with what you say. Try to, when you're in that energy of the adversary, what ends up happening is that you carry on their limited characteristics, and we are purifying as much as possible, which is why it's not a good thing to be in their anger. It's good to be angry. It's because that's a spark. That can be a spark of the divine, of your divinity, to be angry. Because if you were not being done wrong, then you would just be like, oh, I'm kind of stuck on stupid. You know what I'm saying? But try to transmute it, and especially transmute it before it leaves the lips. Transmute it. Their negative thoughts come in, you're transmuting it. They told you you wasn't about nothing. They told you you couldn't do nothing. They tried to tell you because you was a woman, or because you was a single woman, or because you was a black woman, or a white woman, or a green woman, or whatever it is that they tried to use against you. Transmute it, please. Don't be in that energy. I've told y'all that several times, even because I'm leaving the South, even as I'm living in the South and dealing with the racism and the prejudices, um, you still don't want to carry on that characteristic, because witchcraft and that empowerment and those creative energies are not connected to racism, sexism. That actually can block out your blessings. So that's why it's very important for y'all to not be in that energy. Okay. It doesn't matter what you're going through. The way us witches take the approach to it is we do the work to get the results that we want. Okay. That's all it is to it, no matter if whatever it is. We do the work to get the results that we want. Those things are nothing but an obstacle. Okay. You need something done. You need something handled. That's what we do. Okay. And we don't take that approach. We don't, because spirit is clear and it's an orb. Spirit is orbs. When you look up at the sky, you're not seeing a race. You're seeing twinkle, twinkle, little star. How, I wonder where you are. When you look at a galaxy, when you look at a planet from Earth, you might be able to see like a reddish hue or something, but you're seeing a star. You're not seeing black skin, white skin. You're seeing a star. So the ignorance that has cursed this planet, rise above it. Now, I want to talk to you guys about the people that refuse to evolve. This Pluto retrograde, I'm telling y'all, please listen to what I am saying. I'm letting everybody that I love know, because I want y'all to win. I want y'all to each manifest, hell, a $500,000, $1 million this year. I want y'all to be safe. I want y'all to be secure. I don't want y'all to be out here doing that. Okay. I haven't, but I am going to go out there, sis, tonight and tomorrow night. Yes, I will be out there communing. Thank you for reminding me of that, beautiful. Thank you. So let's talk about this. So the highly unevolved people, which would include males and females for different purposes. You got males that want to try to hold a woman back because she's a woman. You got males that want to try to do this because of this reason or because of the Bible. And the Bible says this, and you're not supposed to do that. And we've got our statistics, and we always want to be right. Then you got women that are hating on other women, jealous, constantly trying to stop them, constantly trying to take away from them. Those people are unevolved. Those people are causing sickness, death, chaos, misery, sickness, and spirit is stepping in because we was working on another bubonic plague. And that's what we don't want. Okay, the C word is God saying, "Hey, I love you. Take some take some Tylenol or some ibuprofen and a decongestant, and I love you." That's what the C word said. Seriously, because it could have been worse. It could have been bubonic black plague. So somebody, we us evolved people have been doing our jobs. No, the C word was not a plague. No, no, it was not. Even though a lot of people passed away from it, it could have been worse. It could have been worse. Okay, now I'm not going to speak too much on that. Let's move on. People that are out here hating, let me tell you something. People people that try to stop the flow of energy. When a person is stalking you on your job, when a person is speaking ill on your small, medium, or large business, and they are not justified. Now, if you're justified because a business harmed you, then okay. Then you can say, hey, this business did XYZ, like what I've been doing. Okay. But if you are out here trying to stop the natural flow of creation, you are on the list of problematics. It doesn't matter. You can say, well, this person did this and that, and they did the lies and the smear campaigns. The chickens are coming home to roost. This next 5 months. Okay. And we all know that the unevolved people are not going to listen and they're not going to heed the warning. It's about to get bad for them. Stay in your divinity. I'm telling my collective, whoever is a client, stay in your divinity. These people, listen, a lot of y'all are going through it because guess what? Oh, damn. Somebody said this about me. I lost $20,000. I could have used $20,000. Oh, damn. These people stole my identity, stole some money out of my bank account. This is the reason why we have companies that will insure your identity up to $5 million. I've been so busy with work that I haven't even had time to turn in insurance claim forms because I've been busy dealing with other stuff. I've been dealing, hold on a second, guys. I'll be right back. Jacob, turn on the porch lights. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Um, People that have been running around here trying to drag you down, trying to block you from manifesting, what they have been using is they have been using old ancient texts, which is the Bible, blocking off the crown, cursing the root. Hold on a second, good Lord. Hold on, y'all. Okay. They've been cursing the root. They've been running around here calling children of single mothers bastards. They've been doing the most. All of those people are canceled. Those are unevolved people who are problematic. In particular, what they have been doing is they have been, okay, what they have been doing is they have been destroying, blocking, and creating too much poverty, struggle, and sickness. Anybody in your life that tried to create poverty, struggle, and sickness is not going to have a good 2024. Hold on a second, y'all. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Um, so a lot of those people have been in the wrong, and they have been they have been marked. Those people have been marked. They are the marked ones. Okay. And the reason why is because they have been making gas prices higher. They have been causing more use of Earth's resources. It makes no sense for anybody on this earth to have a vigil candle lit 24/7 because somebody keeps conjuring up these old spirits that are angry and confused and out for blood. But it's been necessary to do it. A lot of those biblical spirits, and I can understand, I'm a witch, so I can understand having to conjure up bad spirits for spiritual defense. But these people have been playing around with it a lot, just playing with it. They've been playing with it, and they shouldn't have been doing that, just simply because they wanted to harm people, just simply because they, wanted to control people. None of those people shouldn't have been doing that. People that have been running around here doing smear campaigns, talking about I'm doing the Lord's work, all those people were very foolish, and I don't see good things coming for them. It's not. They can play around and fake it. It's not going to happen. Those people are screwed McGrooge. That is a fact. They shouldn't have been interfering with the workings of a witch. Witches are the evolution and witches are the future. We went through a very dark time where they were murdering witches, and we ended up with plagues and all kinds of stuff on this planet. They have been messing up the balance because they're so busy trying to compete and take from others, and they refuse to evolve. Right. And the Bible is not a game. In fact, if somebody is going to read out of the Bible, they should not be invoking Psalms 109 or any of the curses in the Bible. And really it shouldn't even, at this point, like for example, when you look at the Bible and the history of that particular God that reigned during that time frame, um it's a past life regression. So that's just like when I do past life regression work for you, what I'm doing is, yes, there are things that you can pull in from that past life that are powerful and empowering, but the bad stuff, leave it in the past because it's in the past. Okay. However, we have evolved so much as a human race that really you don't even really need to bring in good things from the past. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to time travel back into time necessarily. You know what I'm saying? So, the knowledge is there, the knowledge of alchemy. We have had far too many advances in technology. Technology is good, even though they make it bad because somebody always got to fuck up everything for everybody else. So technology is good, and the things that CERN is doing, in my opinion, is good. And then also communication and our knowledge of the universe and our increasing knowledge of the universe as well as spirituality. These people that have been stuck saying, "Oh, you're a woman, you're supposed to be beneath me, or you've got kids and you're supposed to be doing bad, or hey, you're black, you're supposed to be a slave, you're supposed to be getting hung by a tree." See, people like that, yeah, no, that's a definite no. People that have been trying to literally, like, I was sickened by it. Like, I didn't talk about this because I wanted to focus on the good things from the solar eclipse. There were actually people. Oh, can you bring me a water? Can I have that one? Thank you. There were actually people during the solar eclipse reading Revelations out loud. They were reading it and they were trying to bring about the end of the world, just to make it all stop. And that's not even what it's about. In fact, I look at it totally, Revelations as being metaphorical. However, I don't even want to read it. It would be interesting to read it, but my spirit said, don't even read it. It's past tense. It's already happened. It's very bizarre. And it's not that the worlds are colliding, it's just that people are holding on to the past. This is an exact, not only scientific fact, but it is also a spiritual fact. Okay. Now, if you want to use a Bible curse to avenge an enemy, I'm not saying anything negative about you. But if you're trying to use a Bible curse, let's say, oh, we can't suffer a witch to live, or either trying to discriminate against somebody because of their race or background or their sexuality. There's a problem with that. That's something that these people should have stayed away from. Yeah, you're right, sis. Reiki is missing a lot. But yes, I do. I have seen people that are religious using Reiki. Yeah. So they do that. They do. And they're mixing it because they're actually not supposed to be doing that, but this is not about downing Christians. It's not, because there are other sects of made up religions. There's other traditions that are just as bad that I've heard about, and it just is what it is. The point is that, and then all of this thing to where, they're doing these blood sacrifices, stealing people's energy, reading people's akashic records, watching and reading their energy that's in their auric field, and basically stealing it right when it comes from the top of your head. um Backbiting off of your rituals so that they can steal off of you and feed off of you, when they can just simply do the same damn thing. But I don't understand if that what the hell is going on with that. Those people are going to have a very rough year, the whole year. It is, because there's other planets that are going to go into retrograde in between this time. And and paying attention to what the constellations is doing for me, I pay a lot of attention to the retrograded planets. I do. That's sort of like a calendar for me. Lets me know what's coming. Yeah, I know. One EQL brings up a good point. Trying to use witchcraft to force sexual activity upon people so that they can steal the life force of another, so that they can purposely spread disease, shaming, stalking, harassing people, so that they can purposely give people. There's been people out here setting people up to get HIV, trying to put things in people. And you know what? I can't really talk about it too much. I really can't. It's been a lot of next level fuckery that's been going on globally. And a lot of those people, especially when they were calling on these gods, okay? Now, if somebody's trying to oppress you, if somebody's trying to do things that are going to lead to your family not surviving, like you sitting over there minding your own business that pays you, and this person is trying to jump in your way as an obstacle. People that did things like that, it's not going to be a good year for them. And we know that historically, this is what men have primarily did. Yeah, y'all know that when you're dealing with narcissistic males, financial abuse is very common among them. So a lot of these men, that I don't know if they're gonna turn into white sheets and float away, or what's gonna happen, but something's gonna have to give because they're doing it too much. They have idle hands. They're sitting around all day, every day. They're using video games to visualize war against women. There is a war on women and children, and it's been going on forever, which is totally stupid. It's almost like looking at a rabid dog, or nature completely inverting itself. It's almost like a man being born with an innie instead of a goddamn Audi. It's like if you watch a cat that gives birth to her kittens and just slaughters them, perfectly healthy kittens, and just starts mangling her kittens. It's comparable to that. It's almost like watching a buffalo make love to a horse. It's very weird things happening. What is wrong with these people? They've been disconnected from the universe and disconnected from nature. Yes, they are communicating with aliens, okay? But we ain't even gonna go there because our gods deal with that. I was talking to Saint Michael, not a man, not a man. Quit getting our deities and angels confused. I was talking to Satan and Saint Michael. They said you don't have to look at that yourself. We will handle that. You take care of the home fort. You take care of homeland. We handling that. Because a lot of these aliens are communicating interdimensionally with these idiots, and they're running around here, murder, murder, kill. They're just insane. It's like they've gotten a case of the crazies. Their frequencies and energies is all off. Make you feel like you want to puke. It's horrible, and they will continue until they're stopped. Something coming in July, 4th of July. Mm, 4th of July gonna be a good thing for those of us that are that are evolved. The uninvolved people of our world are going to be in trouble, being that they are sick. A lot of them are sick right now. They're sick. Some of them are even dying. It's making a lot of us that are evolved feel kind of ick. Like, what the fuck is this ick? Do the best that you can to protect and watch out for your babies. No, this is not a time to be throwing your 18-year-old out of the house into the damn streets. I never did believe in that anyway. Are you 18 now? Get out of my house. They making us all they're causing the sickness. And really what they're communicating with, because I've worked with spirits of the infernal, they their expertise is exactly what I'm talking about. If you have an issue with something like that, if you're not getting justice, their response and what they have an expertise in is not what these people are doing. Our spirits of the infernal, I've always said it. They talk about Satan as a fallen angel. The Satan fell down to the earth to protect the earth and the inhabitants of this earth. Duh. But yet, why are they calling Satan the adversary? How is that possible? Is anybody not paying attention to this? It's very bizarre because they're ops. They're working with some kind of, I believe it's an alien force that hates this planet. That's what I believe. I believe Mars protects us, Mercury protects us, so does Jupiter and Saturn. All of our planets in our galaxy protects us from these beings. They are our ancestors. So they can't, for example, blow up the earth. They can't do that. They can communicate with people on the earth and try to get them to go towards self-destruction. So the reason why I'm saying this to you guys is because this is not it for them. Like, they shouldn't have never been doing that. They should have never been doing the things that they were doing. So I want to assure you guys that all of you guys are going to get justice. In the meanwhile, 3 years ago, when the pandemic kicked in, all of the rich folks that had millions of dollars in the bank, they wasn't really worried about nothing. Those of us that are in normal society, the common folk, and that's why I focus on the common folk, because y'all deserve a chance. Okay. I do focus on the celebrities. I think celebrities are very important. I think some of them can be an excellent role model or inspiration, not even role model, but inspiration. But in reality, you have to be an inspiration and a role model for yourself half the time. Okay. But as long as we know that there are normal people on this earth that do find it repulsive and disgusting for someone to be verbally abusing a child, roasting a child, graping a child, or anybody. There are people out there like you. The rest of these people, they are lost to the point where a lot of them are going to get diagnosed with brain cancer. Because, yes, after you operate so long on a completely negative and malignant frequency, eventually you're going to start getting lesions on the brain and lesions on the body. Eventually. So, people that are doing stuff like that, they are very sick. They pretty much, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about people that have been very malignant. Okay. Not going to be a good year for them. So I wanted to come and talk to you guys about that, because that's very barbaric. And even though we do have free will, right? Let's talk about that free will thing. Um, you have free will as long as it doesn't affect people outside of your hemisphere. But then spirits started saying, wait a minute, these people that have free will, they're hurting and harming the children and the women and the men, because there's toxic women within the household. Okay. So all of us are being watched. It just depends on what the hell we're doing. Right. That, is hurting and harming another person. It's almost like a torture chamber, essentially. you know, and it's not good. Santa Martha was speaking to me earlier about dignity, and people on this planet have not shown much dignity or respect for one another. And yes, spirit, let me tell you something. Spirit, including Satan, hates sex trafficking. That's the Why is sex trafficking $1 billion industry, and we've got people out in the streets starving and crazy and fucked up? Why is that? Who in the fuck is spending billions of dollars to go and have sex with children? That they're paying attention to that. Just because they wrote it in the Bible and said, "Oh, it's cool for you to do that." Yeah, go on and get you a 3-year old, 5-year old, have sex, do what you got to do. That's normal. God said this is the Lord's work. The Lord told them that they could have sex with a 3-year-old or rape an 11-year-old or a 15-year-old. That's why they hate me, because I took a strong stance against pedophilia. That's why they hate me. They don't like me. And I don't give a shit. They can't do nothing to me because I've got Satan wrapped all around me. He will probably manifest himself as a goddamn dragon for his people. Okay. So that, it's kind of like I'm just gonna back up and walk away because this is weird. Like what the flup, like the whole weirdness. What you see in nature is possibly two 11-year-olds that come together if they copulate. What you see in nature is maybe a 13-year-old and 11-year-old. What you see in nature is an 18-year-old and 18-year-old, 18-year-old, 17-year-old. A 40 or 50-year-old man trying to make love to a newborn baby. This totally defiles nature. It is not in man's nature. That's not nature of men to have sex with a 7-pound baby. It's not. It doesn't even make any anatomical sense. But they're out there doing it. And they're uploading these disgusting images to that goddamn dark web. And they're disgusting. We have a lot of stuff going on here on this planet. So a lot of that, and I believe that the dark web needs to be abolished. They doing a lot. They sick. Is something wrong with them? It's almost like they bird boxing or something. If y'all have y'all ever seen the movie Bird Box? You remember when it basically made the people like just murder themselves? Well, you know what? Humans have something called human or self preservation. That's nature. Self preservation is nature. So, this is something that's opposite of nature. And it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. Don't ever let go of nature, ever, because they want you to let go of nature. They want you to let go and walk around here and start chewing people's fucking faces off. Don't ever let go of Mother Earth, nature. Don't ever let that go, because when you go outside of nature, that is when they start doing the food, chewing other people's faces off, cannibalism. Now, I could see if it was a plane crash and you in the middle of nowhere and y'all got to eat another person for a source of food. I could understand that. And another thing that's happening underground is cannibalism. They keep trying to say, "Oh, it's demons and stuff, entities eating people." It's the what do they say? It what they say, some kind of alien being. No, you got cannibalism is actually a thing. You have humans eating other humans. It's creating sickness and imbalances. A human is not supposed to eat human flesh. They can tell themselves all day long, well, I'm not a human. I'm this and I'm that. But yes, you are a human and you're eating human flesh. And those stories are popping up on YouTube. All you got to do is look at it. There was a girl over in New York. They literally killed this child, killed this girl. She was like a teenager or something. made soup out of her. So you have human beings that are eating other human. It's making me feel sick. That don't have nothing to do with no damn satanic ritual. No, it doesn't. I work with the spirits of the infernal. I have peeped them out. They eat animals. And they told you, and see, I can't get into veganism. Last time I got into veganism, them vegans started spiritually attacking me. Do not spiritually attack me because I ain't addressed y'all in a minute. I don't know if it's got something to do with the galaxy or the planet Vega or what the hell is going on. It is the nature of the inhabitants of this planet. Animals are to be eaten. Okay, that's just it. Sea animals and animals walking on the earth. Okay, I'm sorry. That Not, let me tell you something. Stop eating meat and see how sick you'll get, sis. That shit will destroy your body. People are dying because of that. People are literally dying because of veganism. Okay, I'm not gonna get into it though, because that ain't my fight. Go over the vegan deterioration. But I'm saying that's a spiritual thing. It ties in with it. I'm not gonna, now I don't necessarily believe in the mass production or the harming of animals, cruelty to animals. I don't believe in that, but I do believe that human beings eat animals. We drink their milk. We're not supposed to, uh like they say, like that man said, in the Omen, go to Jesus, drink his blood. Jesus was human. What are you trying to say? Jesus was a cow? What the? When I watch that movie, it sends chills down my spine because it's just like, but when you think about it and you listen, see, listening, hearing is one thing, but listening. Drink Jesus's blood. No, thank you. I'm not a fucking cannibal. Now, we can say that that's vampirism, but they don't just drink Jesus's blood because I know that there's vampires out there. They love animal blood and they do drink human blood. It's a rare species, but they drink blood. They were talking about eating Christ's flesh. That is sick. So listen, I'm gonna stay with Satan, and I'm gonna roast a pig, or either roast a roasted cow, chicken, fowl, turkey. Thank you, Satan, for nourishment. Yes, I do like fruits and vegetables. Yes, I do. Okay, I like rice. I like quinoa. I like grains. Okay. You tried veganism, sis. Why you didn't ever tell me about that? We're going to have to talk about that. I'm gonna call you when I get off of here, okay? We gotta discuss if you are a client and you're practicing veganism, you need to tell me that. That's very important. That's something you should never leave out. That's something you should never leave out of our conversation. But I still need to know when you did that. Girl, I don't do I'm gonna tell you something. I feel great on a daily basis. I swear to God, it's not the diet, it's the spiritual diet. But the diet can become a problem when you're not nurturing your body. So everybody's like, well, it's what you eat, it's the food. Well, as a witch, I can take, well, and not no spoiled chicken. I ain't gonna eat no damn spoiled chicken or no chicken with no signs of cancer. Okay, don't eat no cancerous ass chicken or meat. But as a witch, I can transform anything into good food because it's called kitchen witchery. But people are so focused on diet, but they're not focused on our spiritual diet. They're not focused on this, on what we're taking in spiritually. And that's a big problem. Like I think you're like, please don't just eat potato chips for a year straight. You gonna fuck your body up. So yeah, you don't need to just eat potato chips. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, don't eat some of the mushrooms and stuff. People been dying left and right off of these exotic mushrooms and stuff. Make sure you stay up on the food trends and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Um, make sure you understand what you eating. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, the diet of your ancestors, but that's not always the truth. I think that there is some truth that rings with the blood typing diet as well. But you know what? I think that if you're craving an orange, you should eat an orange. But if you are craving a steak, eat a damn steak and some damn potatoes. Okay, ain't nobody listen. I know everybody want to be frail and thin. I'm not trying to be frail and thin. I actually like having meat on my bones. I'm not trying to be frail and thin and just sit and eat ice all damn day. I'm just not gonna. Jamila's not gonna do it. Call me fat all you want, a chunky butt. I'm definitely not that chunky. I'm actually quite small. I'm only 5'4" tall. So I don't shop at the big and tall section. You know what I'm saying? So I'm actually quite small. In fact, I went outside earlier this morning, y'all, and I have dropped some weight, and my pants was just falling down. I said, shit, I need to get some smaller clothes. I'm not losing weight rapidly or like I'm sick or nothing. No, it's I'm doing it on purpose, right? I'm definitely doing it purposely, okay? Because I'm getting myself in shape. So, anyway, okay. To be honest with you, the reason why a lot of us got an extra padding on us is because of the spiritual attacks. The body is trying to protect itself. There's a lot of spirit of desperation. So what's going to happen with these spirits? They conjuring up these vagabond poverty spirits just for shits and giggles. They conjuring them up, and so your body is gonna hold on to fat longer when you're. That's why I don't do work like that. Like I'll get inside a person's brain and they're self-conscious. I'm not going to, oh, I want revenge on this person. And so I want to mess up their money. I do agree that some people don't need money and power because they take advantage of it and abuse it. But, I bestow upon people what they bestow upon me. If you messing with my money, honey, I'm going to mess with your money. Whatever energy you conjure against me, that's what's going to happen to you. Because I ain't no hater. I don't have a problem with seeing my enemy on a yacht. Okay, that's nice. I'm sitting over here chilling, feeling all tingly, feeling good, smoking good, drinking good if I choose. Right. Yeah, I don't yeah. Now, if the enemy stole something from me and you living high off the hog, okay. But veganism, vegans have more susceptibility to psychic attacks being fed upon unless you are spiritually understand. I know that there's a few vegans that I feel that they are actual genuine vegans, but I feel like they are not just vegans. I feel like they're witches. And I feel, I'm not going to say who they are because I don't want to be somebody. I don't want to be that person. But I feel that they do enough spiritual stuff to where it don't bother them. But most people, they don't really know about enough about spirituality. They don't know what's going on. They just following trends. Okay. So anyway, I done got far off into left field with this discussion. Yeah, those people, yeah, no. I'm not trying to, yeah, I ain't trying to be vegan. And no, I don't have high blood pressure. My blood pressure is just fine, thank you. If I get excited about something, yeah, my blood pressure is going to go up. If I've been stressed out that week, yeah, blood pressure is probably going to be rose up. Keep stressful shit out of your life. Learn how to manage your stress. Ain't no wrong with my blood pressure. I ain't about to have no heart attack. I feel great. My heart is fine. My heart is pure gold. I'm good. Okay. But that's a conversation for another day. I love you guys. I'm about to go. I can smell that food cooking. I'm about to eat dinner. Guys, we've been doing everything late. I like that. I love my diet is very balanced. I ate some beef and lentil soup. I love lentils. Lentils are delicious. I love vegetables. Carrots is my favorite. Broccoli has been kind of tasting funny, but I do like broccolini. So, yeah, and a lot of these people, it's good to sometimes reduce your salt intake, but you don't want to reduce your salt intake and be taking water pills. You're going to kill yourself because your body needs sodium. Yeah, like that, like that's just like you might as well just take a 50 gallons of water and drink it straight down. You's going to die. So, I don't really do the lowered sodium. I'm good with my blood pressure. I'm good with my health. Okay. Yeah, I saw a recipe for some broccolini. It looked good. I'll send you the link to it. Yeah, I've been staying up until like probably like this morning. I stayed up until about 9. And that's because I had to deal with some things that was going on. I had to do some spell work unexpectedly. And then also I did some ritual work outside. I had to do some stuff outside too. So I was kind of up and yeah. So whenever my spirits switch me to that sleep schedule, I know something's up. A lot of people call it insomnia. I don't. I call it being awakened, woke. Something's going on. What spirit trying to tell me? Okay. It's the feed that's happening. Okay. And these interdimensionals are feeding on everybody on this planet via people on this planet. They are. Okay, your main elements of vampirism is sensuality, sex. In fact, true vampires, they don't have to, they can feed off of a person it'll last them a year. They don't have to eat the whole person. So it's not vampirism. If it's you know how like it's one of them type of people to where they just every now and then it's like they go into a zone with no reason, out of the blue, just out of the damn blue. All of a sudden they're doing the energy harvest and shuffle. That's somebody that is a contactee with an interdimensional, and they're feeding off of the life force of people on this planet via those people. The sad part about it is that those people literally do not benefit from it. If anything, it harms them more than anything. But some of them do know, and some of them will try to benefit off of it. Ain't no witch or no warlock ever had to use a interdimensional alien to manifest a damn thing. Everything that we need is on this planet. It is abundant. The universe is abundant. That's the truth. All this other cockamamie crap. But you know, I'm not talking about like because I myself, I am a succubus. You know, Lilith is my mother, right? It's not for that purpose. What these people do is they go in autopilot, and it's just like dealing with somebody that is not possessed but under mind control. It's a totally different thing. Okay. Yeah, it definitely wasn't insomnia. There was somebody that was trying to feed off of me last night, literally was trying to feed off of me. My spirits was like, honey. But coincidentally, in the Bible, that's why I said that Bible was written by these interdimensional aliens. In the Bible, they're talking about metaphorically as well as physically feeding, you know, telling parents to eat their children. It says it in the Bible. Y'all didn't know it was in there, did you? There's verses in the Bible that talk about something about I'm gonna make the children of Israel eat their own children or some crazy shit like that. Eat their to boil and cook their children in a soup. Mm. Mm-mm. So that particular Bible verse, and there's quite a few in there, is one that they use. So it's really, listen, protect yourself with the truth, man. Just know that. And hail Satan, hail Lilith, and I will see you guys later. Okay, hit that thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. And if you're a client, I'll be in touch with you sometime tomorrow. Okay, I'll send you guys a video. Okay. The God of the Bible is not God, it's an alien that has ESP, extrasensory perception, that can communicate. It has nothing to do with the devil, spirits of the infernal. It has nothing to do with them. Nothing. All our demons of the infernal, they are our friends, they are our protectors, they are fallen angels that came here to help us. That's the reality of it. That's just it. Okay. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good one. Blessings. Bye bye.